and I freak out because of the barbed wire. I can't get over the barbed wire because I'm dope sick.
You
So
didn't bring something to put like a towel or something to throw over the barbed wire?
no, dude. By the time I got up to the top, I was so tired.
Shaking like a
Yeah, I
leaf.
was tired and I was exhausted and I was sweating and I was dope sick. So I just came down and freaked out at that point because I already knew that I fucked
It's
up.
fucking
It's
wrap.
it's over
It's a
with.
wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Back with another episode. I'm real excited about this one. I have William Shields with me today. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
We know each other from a multitude of different places, being incarcerated together, and then I worked at the facility that you were incarcerated at again. There was a big event that took place there, and we'll get into that. But I want to start out with childhood. So talk to me about how your childhood looked for you growing up.
No, well, I mean, I guess normal, average, hardworking American family, the middle class. I didn't really want for anything or need for anything. Like I had parents that cared in that sense. My father was my biggest role model. Like if I could pick any man to be like in this world, it would be like my stepdad. But he's my father. He raised me since I was a baby. Um, Basically taught me how to be a man. He dragged me around every time he had to fix something or build something or anything in that nature. He would
He
drag
was
me,
teaching you.
teaching me to be a man. Yeah. No, childhood was pretty great. I mean, I didn't really start getting in trouble or anything until probably about 13-ish, right there, around there. Started smoking cigarettes, and it's when the lying started and the hiding stuff, and you know,
That's the
yeah.
shit before you actually pick up was
Well,
happening.
you're a lot farther along. Not so much as maturity wise, but the things you're doing, your kids are normally a lot farther along than their parents believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, into a lot more things than what parents maybe don't want to believe or put it in the back of their mind. Like, don't think that their kids are doing that, but
My kid would never.
my
Yeah.
kid would never. Yeah,
Yeah.
age of 13, 14, I already had a car parked down the street from my mom's house, and she didn't even know it. You know what I mean?
How?
I was selling drugs, working. I didn't graduate high school, so I dropped out about ninth grade and really technically stopped paying attention around sixth grade. But back then, those were the times to where like you get passed because of your age, then it's no student left behind deal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Middle school, they kind of spoon fed you and got you through.
yeah. And I was the type of kid they were like, well, we need to get him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
he's got to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was pretty bad at school. I was class clown. You know, I mean, I was always looking for the attention, just trying to make somebody laugh, trying to make people laugh. But I was always real self-conscious about myself, though. I think there's a lot of more deeper things going on than just looking for people to laugh. You know what I mean? Like people who are comedians or people who demand attention like that normally have seated things that are more bothering them. Like take Robin Williams for instance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
It's a
know.
great example.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Last person in the world you'd think would do something like what he did.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I suffer with a lot of mental things for a long time that I don't know. Back then, I don't think it was really looked at so much as it is now, like depression and
How old are you now?
42.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, they weren't. No, it's not the same at all.
No.
Totally different world.
No, yeah, back then it was like just suck it
Suck
up.
it up.
Suck it up. You know, when I was a baby,
Drink more water.
Yeah, when I was a baby, I was riding on the floor of a Fiero with my cousin. You know, I mean, cigarettes and or smoking when you walk through the mall and ashtrays on in McDonald's
I
on the table.
remember
Yeah.
Bob Evans. Me and my family would go, and my dad and my mom smoked, so the smoking section in
Right.
restaurants and shit.
Right.
God,
Yeah. So no,
wow.
yeah, I guess it started with me with cigarettes, stealing my dad's cigarettes, and he would leave them in the drawer next to the door. Or I would steal them before school and smoke them, waiting for the bus to pull up. Started out with that, then and then it progressed to weed. And I had a friend that lived around the corner from my mom's house, and we would just hang out in the basement, smoke weed all day. And I think my mom knew. I think she maybe knew, maybe was in denial, but I don't know. But
Did it fill the void? Did it make you feel better? Like you were talking, you said you were self-conscious. Did that help?
I've always been self-conscious about the way that I look. Like I've always felt like I've always had these thoughts in my head, like people are talking about me, or you know what I mean. I always felt like I don't fit in. Like I
Yep.
don't know what crowd I fit in with.
Yep.
You know what I mean. So I was the person that would try to mingle with everybody, and like you always had your groups. You had your wannabe thugs over here. You had your
Jo-
headbangers over here, nerds. You know what I mean?
Jocks. Yep.
Jocks, yeah. So like I was like one of the ones that tried to mingle with everybody because I never really knew where I fit in.
I didn't either. It was the same thing for me.
Yeah,
I had no fucking clue
yeah,
where I fit in or how I was gonna fit in, and drugs fixed it for me for a little bit.
yeah,
Like when I smoked weed for the first time, it was fucking. You go back to school, and in my case, wow, that was so much fun. I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. Just
yeah,
need to smoke some weed and drink.
yeah. No, the first time I smoked weed, but it wasn't fun for me. Like,
No,
no, it wasn't. Like the first time I smoked weed, I smoked a lot. We took rip after rip off of a bong within like a couple minutes, and he knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? The dude that I met, he knew what he was
yeah,
doing. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna get this dude.
blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ended up like curling up in a ball, like thinking I was gonna die and have a heart attack, laying on the floor.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
just over. Yeah. So, no, the first time I did weed, I didn't have a good experience with it. But
Booze.
booth drink, I drank. Yeah, drinking. I drank. I was a heavy drinker in my 20s. Extremely heavy drinker. Like so. How do I get to this point? So I don't know how to get to this point. So at the age of 18, when I moved out of my mom's house, it's actually like a couple weeks before I turned 18, I move in with uh, my ex named Jennifer. She actually passed away a few years ago.
Disease.
No, she
No.
was big against drugs. Never touched drugs. Hated it every time I got high off weed. Anytime I drank a beer, hated everything. And come circle around, like I hear through the grapevine years later that she ended up overdosing off of heroin. Was found alone upstairs in the house.
Really.
Yeah, I guess she had got with a guy a couple years after we split up, and that was during the pill mill run. Or you know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
the story everybody's got
Oh
on
yeah.
how they got hooked on heroin. You know, what I mean, pills were everywhere, plentiful, and then all of a sudden they dry out, and then what's left?
And then heroin just appears.
Yeah, and then heroin just appears everywhere.
Magically, here
Magically,
it's just
yeah,
fucking here.
yeah, everywhere. It's fucking dirt cheap back then.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, she ended up doing heroin, and like I said, they found her dead upstairs in the house alone. But yeah, back then when we would split up, she had 3 kids of her own when we got together, and I wasn't ready for that. You know what I mean? I was still a kid, and I would do the fake fighting shit, start an argument so I could take off for a couple days to take off, and then I have a friend. He's still my friend to this day. His name's Chris Miles. Ran everywhere together for years. We were always together. Anywhere one of us was, the other one was there close by. We did everything together. Every drug we ever did, we did together. We took it to the max. But yeah, I would always go pick him up, and then we'd always go get some beer, and then we ended up blacking out drunk, and then it would lead to go getting some rolls or some cocaine or you know what I mean, of that nature. And then after I would get done on that little binge, I'd end up running back home and then begging to come back in the house. That deal. So it started out as like binges and stuff like that. And back when I was selling, I was still able to go on a little binge and then get off of it, and then, still keep my money stacking up and still be able to get my re-up, still be able to make profit and all that good stuff. But once you start getting past that point to where it's no longer a binge, to where you're thinking about doing it the next day and then the next day and then the next day, and then you start losing people, you start losing contacts, you start burning bridges, you start not paying back the dope boys, and then it just leads into full-blown addiction. It's like it grabs you before you even know it.
I know.
You know?
I know.
But I think I used drugs for, I can't never get my brain to stop. And I've tried to tell doctors this, I try to tell people this all the time. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but my brain is always going.
You're Are you high strung? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. When I got a task to do, it looks like I'm on crack. Like when I got a task to do, my eyes get bugged out. Like, and I gotta my work ethic is like that. Like I give 110% on everything that I do. It's like I got to get it done, and I got to get it done now. Get out of my way and just let me do it. Like,
yeah.
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 So I'm very high strung.
It's like a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It is, because like she'll try to talk to me, or she'll try to give me ideas on how to do something, and I don't do it on purpose, but I snap. You know what I mean? I snap at her.
I'm working.
Yeah, I'm working. Let me do this. Like. No, but yes, my brain, I can't get my brain to ever stop. It's like I'm constantly thinking 6 moves ahead. Like, what if this happens? Then I got an idea to take care of this. Or if this happens, I got to do this. And since I've gotten sober, it's gotten worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's worse. Like, I'm constantly worried about.
You're not self-medicating anymore.
No, I'm not. But
so, yeah, it got worse. I just had the same issue. With mental health. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor, fucking get on meds, the whole fucking deal.
Yeah.
It just happened. Like, out of nowhere. It sucks. Bad.
Yeah.
Very similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, and to go along with all that, it's like I've only been a responsible adult for I was doing the rehab thing for years, so we're talking 3 years max, and I'm 42. I've only been so I'm still learning as I go. Like, and it makes it worse. Like, I don't have any thoughts of using or anything anymore. Like, that's completely out of my mind, because I got so many things. I got so many people counting on me now. I got responsibilities. It's like that switch that made me want to go get high somehow got switched off.
The obsession removed.
Yeah. It's just one day. So how it happened to how I finally decided to go get clean, it was like I lived in a car for the better part of 10 years after my addiction picked up, and I was
with the girl, and you said you'd make up the fake fights and all that at 18 or 21 ish.
Yeah.
How did that end?
How did that end?
Yeah.
She just got tired of it. She got tired of that. Back then, I had a really bad rage problem. Really. I never
I knew you had an anger problem.
Yeah, I never put my hands on her. I never hit women. I never do anything in that nature. But I would do the punching the walls, throwing shit, breaking shit. I got drunk, super wasted, one day, and we got in an argument, and I jumped up on my car like stone cold, smashed 2 beers together, kicked in my front windshield of my own car. Like, who does that? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll show you. I'll cause
damage to myself.
Yeah, I'll break my own stuff and cause more money issues for myself. I showed you, didn't I? No, yeah, I beat that. That was my first car, actually. My mom drove by one day secretly and took pictures of it, and I seen pictures of it later, and it just, I can't believe I did that stupid shit. Like, I tore it up with a baseball bat, and I drove it like that to work. Yeah, with no front windshield. I would drive it to go get drugs, to go to work, go get groceries. Drove it with no front windshield for months, probably. Yeah, a couple months, 3 months. till it
And
finally just the car gave up.
and did you get sucked into the pill mill thing as well eventually?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't do the pill. I didn't do the running the
Right.
pill mill thing. I didn't go back. I was already into addiction at that point. So when oxys came along, I was doing construction out on the west side, and I got introduced through oxys through one of the guys I was working for, actually. And then yeah, that's what led to that addiction. Like, sniffing oxys before work and stuff. First time I ever did that was horrible too. Like I can't recall a good feeling anytime I tried a drug for the first
Really?
time. Yeah, except for crack.
Crack.
Except for crack.
Crack was the one.
Except for crack. Yeah. No, but first, what was it again?
The oxys.
Yeah, okay. First time I did the oxys, that was at work. So we split up an oxy 40 between three of us. I did my line, and it was like immediate energy, like energy, go, 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 go. And then it was like a half hour later, I'm throwing up everywhere. Just
Yep.
aggressively, like the Exorcist, just throwing up everywhere. So that, yeah, I can't really recall any time ever having a good experience off the first time trying anything, dude. Just alcohol, though. Alcohol, man.
Always works.
Yeah,
I mean, get the same effect every time.
yeah, yeah.
So I take it you didn't really, if you didn't love the oxys, you weren't doing them that often.
Oh, no, yeah, I was.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not a quitter by any means, you know what I mean? No, so yeah, I started doing the oxys. After the first couple times, that nauseous feeling goes away, and
Yeah.
then it's the euphoria feeling, the energy, feeling good. But then after so long of doing the oxys, like any kind of opiate, it's like that builds up that anger in me again. I don't.
Opie rage. It's
Yeah,
real. It's
yeah.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, like super aggressive, like short fuse, serious short fuse. Um, so it did the oxys probably for, I'd say, I don't know, probably a good 6 months, 6 months or so, and then actually I left opiates for a little bit, because I met a chick that was doing the rave thing,
Okay.
and that's when my whole scene changed from those kind of drugs over to the party drugs, and doing the acid and the ecstasy and the shrooms, and those didn't make my thoughts and mental
Oh,
any better at all.
I can imagine it made it probably a lot worse.
Yeah, any better at all. Yeah, especially the shrooms. The shrooms did not help my mental.
Fuck you up. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no. First time I ever ate shrooms with a guy and his wife. I was staying with them for a little bit. This was like right after, about a month or so after I split up with
The chick.
the chick. Yeah, so I ended up moving in with this guy. I don't want to say any names to any of these stories or
Yeah.
anything
Yep.
to put anybody's business out there or anything like that. But so about half an hour after we eat them and stuff, we got music on. Everybody's having fun. We're playing video games, laughing, having fun. And all of a sudden, him and his wife go off, and they're having a discussion. They're talking by themselves. And it's raining outside, and I look out the window, and I see all these separate individual raindrops in different colors falling. And it just made me super sad. I started crying for no reason.
Really?
Yeah. Start crying for
So
no
it
reason.
was raining and rainbow. It was fucking colored raindrops.
Fucking colored raindrops, yeah. And all of a sudden, I just got super sad and super lonely.
Your trip turned.
Trip turned. Bad trip. It was horrible. And I couldn't pull out of it, so I had like a bad trip for like 6 hours. It
That
was
sucks.
just nothing but crying, depressed, sad. Like, yeah, I didn't.
Shit makes you think deep
Yeah.
and look at yourself, and you probably didn't want to do that
No, not at all.
at all.
No. Where to now? It's just there's so much to split.
Do you any legal consequences up to this point?
Yeah, so yeah, because of my stupidity and drugs and wanting to leave every other week, and so causing them fake arguments and stuff. I was in another town. I was in Cardington, Ohio.
Where's it?
Um,
Where's that at?
I can't even remember. I just remember the name of it. I think it's about an hour away. I went there with that guy that I was telling you about, Chris, like my best friend. We went out there to see some other girls. His girlfriend lived out there. So while we're out there, she decides to call the police and put red marks all over herself and say that I put my hands on her. So I come back. I'm on my way back from Cardington, Ohio. Me and Chris are on the campus around like Fourth Street or something like that, or downtown, or somewhere around there. And I get pulled over. I got bongs in the car. I got weed everywhere. I got weed roaches lined up on the dashboard because we saved those for some reason in all different flavors and colors. Of
On
blunt
the
wrap.
dashboard?
On the dashboard, yeah. This is an old '86 Astro van.
Okay.
With shag carpet
Holy
inside.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, and every single car I have, I've always put subwoofers in it, 12s or 15s. So it's banging and loud and rust falling off, and you can hear when you turn. It's got the fucking power steering noise, like. So it just drew attention, and I didn't have a license. I haven't had a license since 6 months after I turned 18. Still don't have a license to this day. So I get pulled over, all that shit in the car. I think everything's cool. I don't have no warrants or whatever. They're just gonna give me a ticket for no license, possibly impound the van and let me and be on my way. No, they arrest me. That's my first experience going to the workhouse, and terrified. You know what I mean? I'm just a kid.
Fuck yeah.
Terrified, just fresh 18 years old, going to jail for supposedly beating a woman, and no, that was horrible.
Did you sit on that one? Did you have to sit at all?
Oh yeah. Nobody bonded me
Nobody
out.
bonded you out.
Well, I take that back. No, I got the OR, own reconnaissance, because back then you were still getting OR'd for that. But
Okay.
I got the OR. I get out, and I think I'm out for like a week, and get picked back up on something else, something stupid. I think driving or something stupid. I end up back in jail, and I'm sitting for the 7 to 10 days, which turns into 10 to 14 days because it's business days, and then I finally get my court date after that. You know, you go to arraignment, then you sit 10 to 14 for your next court date,
Yep.
and then you get. And so I sat for probably about a month and a half, and she didn't show up for any of it, and it ended up getting dropped to a menacing threat, and
Is that a misdemeanor?
it's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
The domestic violence was a misdemeanor too.
Yeah.
And but they ended up getting dropped to a menacing threat. Or actually, back then I was still young and didn't understand the court system and wanted out of jail like immediately, no matter like by any means necessary. So I did the cop out to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just get me the fuck out of here.
Just get me the fuck out of here. And now, if I known then what I know now, I would have just sat. But like I said, like I was fresh into it. Like,
Were you cool with, like, do you have issues going in there, or like fights? Any?
No.
Just kept to yourself?
No, I've never really had any issues in jail, and I've been in jail a lot, man. I spent probably, I'd say at least a good 50%, maybe higher, of my adult life in jail up to now.
Jesus.
Yeah, in and out of the regular jail, of the workhouse, but no, I've never really had any issues. Anybody trying to fight me or anything. Like I said, I've always been the one that. I know how to talk to people. But I know how to, like, I don't know, what do you call it?
You're like a chameleon.
Yeah, like I said, I was always the one bouncing around from
yeah.
group to group to group. So, you know, and that's never really had any problems in there. And then I never really I got in a couple fights in prison, but it wasn't really shit.
Nothing serious.
Yeah, it was more of like just a disagreement. And, you know, but it wasn't really anything serious on it. No.
You mentioned crack, and loving it. Were you an IV user at any point?
Not in the beginning.
Not
No,
in the
the
beginning.
IV user for crack didn't come until the heroin until later on. Like I didn't actually start putting a needle in my arm until 26, 27. I was mud puddling,
Yeah.
doing a mud puddle.
Tar. Yep.
Yeah, tar. There wasn't no Fetty back then.
No.
Back when I started doing heroin, I didn't really mess with fentanyl. Fentanyl started coming in towards the end of my heroin.
More
thing.
recently.
Yeah. So back then I wasn't messing with fentanyl. My last run I was, but it wasn't really by choice. There wasn't nothing else left. That's
No.
all there was.
That's it.
Yeah, and you're gambling anytime you touch that. You're gambling your life anytime you touch it.
See, I got sober in 2016. I feel like I barely missed the fentanyl fucking epidemic. I don't think I'd be here, truthfully.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it doesn't take much
No.
at all.
No, man, I shouldn't be here. I'm not. I've never been big on religion. I've never. I just recently started going to church with my wife, and at first I did it to make her happy, and I still don't know really how I feel about it, about religion and God and all that stuff. But I go and I listen and I'm respectful, and I'll go from there and see where that goes. But I feel better when I leave there.
Can't hurt you, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I told myself. It can't hurt me, but so I shouldn't be here really the way I look at it, and I tell people this all the time. I had 2 major overdoses. The last one was what led me into CBCF. First one, that was in Wedgwood.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, man. I sent somebody to go get us some tar. I think it was a couple grams. They come back. I load up a whole gram of it.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I was shooting half grams at the time just to get right. And I was doing
Jesus.
like anything I ever did, I always took it to the max and pushed it hard. I think the most rolls I ate in one day was like 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. I lost count at 13.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So
Isn't there a ceiling effect on MDMA? 13 rolls, you said?
yeah, there is. I didn't eat them all at one time.
You just kept popping them to keep it
Yeah,
going.
there's a cap out on it to where you only get so high.
Yeah.
But I just kept eating
You
them
just
all
kept
night
fucking
to
eating
keep that peak going
Yeah.
for hours and hours and hours. But so back to that story about the 2 overdoses.
Yeah.
The one, the very first one, and it didn't scare me because I kept doing it as soon as I left. So I remember shooting up. I loaded up the gram. I remember putting a needle in my arm. I remember pushing the plunger down, and I remember looking back up in the mirror because we were all in the bathroom. Everybody always loves to do heroin in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's the place to
whatever
go.
reason,
The dirtiest, nastiest fucking place to go.
Yeah, I know.
And that's where everybody wants to shoot up. So I wake up 3 days later. After the last thing I remember is looking up at the mirror, looking at myself. All right, and then I wake up 3 days later in a hospital, catheter in. Mom and my aunt standing next to me. So I overdosed, and they drugged me outside into the hallway and left me to die. And then they pushed me underneath the stairs and left me to die. And luckily, by chance, one of the neighbor was getting off work and seen my foot hanging out from under the stairs, and called 911. And I somehow made it. They said my heart stopped a couple times.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If you, can imagine, how do you know how long you were out?
3 days.
Well, under the stairs for. How long do you
I
know?
have no idea.
God, it's scumbag shit, bro.
Yep.
And you were out for 3 days. Were you in a coma, or was it a medically induced coma, or were you just?
I just remember waking up. I just know it was 3 days later when I woke up in the hospital. I don't know if it was just. I don't know if they put me in a medically induced coma or if I was just fucking out.
Gone.
Yeah, sleeping, resting. I don't know, but I know they said my heart stopped, I think twice on the way to the hospital. And once when I got to the hospital, like I barely survived that.
Yeah.
Barely,
Yeah.
barely survived that. I got lucky. I got lucky, and I've had a lot of luckies. Um, so the one that led me to CBCF, the second time, I sent I sent a chick into a house to go get me some ice. And she comes back because I was gonna buy a large amount of it. I needed to take some out to Logan. You know what I mean? Allegedly,
Yes. Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yes.
This is all allegedly. If I
Always. It's all allegedly
yeah,
on here.
if I
Everything
thought
is.
about doing it, this is how I would do it.
Yes.
So she comes back out. You know what I mean? It looks like ice, smells like ice, it tastes like ice. Must be ice. I break it up. I sniff it. I get woke up to being drug out of the fucking car in the middle of December, week before Christmas. I'm drug out of the car. Got Narcan like 4 or 5 times. I'm pissed off because I got Narcan. I'm
Did
like,
someone call 911?
yeah,
or-
I don't know who did.
Okay.
I mean, she must have. I mean,
Yeah.
she must at least had the heart to do that. I don't know if she did or if a neighbor called, seen me or something. I don't know, but she robbed me for like $400. Took my cell phone. Took a bunch of shit. Like, and everything I owned was in that car. I was living in that car. I did that so many times. Like, I've had so many vehicles, and every time I lost a vehicle, I would lose everything that I owned. I lived in the cars. But anyway, so I got drug out of the car in the middle of December, and I got thrown in an ambulance, and I tried to play the I got COVID thing or I'm sick thing, so thinking that they weren't going to take me to the workhouse and they were just going to let me go, but I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It was pretty stupid. I had parole violations. I had warrants for escape from another halfway house.
Oh damn.
Yeah, because before I got sent to CBCF, they sent. I was out. I was actually on the run from the other halfway house for the escape. When that's what the warrant was.
Was it Alvis?
No, it
something?
was CTC out in Lancaster.
Okay.
So I had my buddy come park, and he parked at the dollar store, and I jumped the fence and hopped in the car, and we were out, and you know, what I mean, off to the races from there too. So, yeah, I got drugged to the workhouse. Then I'm in the workhouse, and I call my mom. You know, you always do the call your mom thing. You're
Yeah.
like, and they're like, and at that point, you know, my mom was like, "What the fuck did you do now?" You know, and but it's not. It wasn't like that with this phone call. Called my mom. My mom said, "Your grandma's dead. Merry Christmas," and hangs up the phone on me.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That had to have hit you fucking like a freight train.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If I was you, I would want to get up to a tank ASAP and just put my hands on something.
Oh, I begged the guards. I was like, "You got to get me out of here. I'm gonna hurt." I told them I was like, "I'm gonna hurt somebody. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out of here." They took me for a fucking stress walk, and put me right.
I'm
back.
shocked they did that.
Yeah, so am I. They took me for a stress walk, took me a lap, put me back in the tank. That's all they did. And they had a
They take you outside?
no,
Okay.
no, they just took me around.
Around the fucking
Yeah. Yep. So they gave me a stress walk, threw me back in the tank, and they just had a caseworker come talk to me and shit, and they offered to put me on antidepressants and stuff, but I would have to see the doctor first and have to put in a sick card and then maybe get a response from the doctor. That's how they said I had to do it. So I figured I was gonna be gone somewhere by the time that happened. So I just declined it and told him to put me back in the tank. And, but I was an asshole too. So, but so that wasn't the only family member that passed away when I got locked up. I also learned that my grandfather passed away when I was in prison. So my grandfather passed away when I was in prison, the second year I was in there. And
What'd you go to prison for?
I went to prison for burglary,
Okay.
2013.
2013. Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it a random B&E just fucking hitting houses? Just or was this allegedly premeditated or
Uh, no, it wasn't premeditated. I was in full blown heroin addiction at the time. Just full blown out there. Wasn't no binges. I was just full blown balls to the wall, shooting half grams in the morning just to get right. And I was scrapping at the time
okay.
to make money.
Okay.
Had a little S10 truck, and I'm driving down the street, and I got to the point where I was getting comfortable with this shit. I felt like it was a job, allegedly, stealing stuff.
Yeah.
Allegedly, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So scrapping turns into stealing stuff once you learn what all these different kinds of things are made out of. Once you learn that this is made out of cast aluminum, or this is made out of stainless steel, and
You know what that shit's worth. And,
you know what that shit's worth. And I never did break into houses and steal copper out of the houses. I never did that. But that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
This was going to be my first copper lick.
Okay.
Right.
And copper pays the best, correct?
Copper pays the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm driving down the street. It's not far from my mom's house, actually. It's not far from Woodward Park. And if these people see it, like I wrote a letter to them and apologized. So if these people see me, so like just know that I'm sorry. I apologize 100% for this, and these are old people. These are retired Vietnam vet. I found out later.
Really?
Yes. So I'm driving. I'm heading towards these apartment complexes. I'm heading towards Kings Highland, the back way out through behind Woodward Park, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a house that it got burnt down. It's like half burnt. It had fire damage, you know. So I stop, and I go back, and I pull up in a driveway, and the back door's boarded up. The garage is boarded up. Got a board over it. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, this house has already been burnt. Like, I'm not going to get in trouble going in here and taking the metals and coppers and whatever else is left in here. The house is... So I kick in the door. I'm in there. They still got all their shit in there, all their clothes,
Damn.
all their... Everything is still in there. It's just got smoke and a little bit of fire damage on it. I kick in the garage door, got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of like lawn care equipment. He must have owned his own business or whatever. I'm loading up. I got this little S10, Chevy S10.
So loading that bitch up.
Oh, and this S10 used to get it, bro. Like, I took a fucking freeway sign to the scrapyard one time. You know, and I'll tell you which one it was. They were replacing it, bro. It's over there. If you're heading towards 161 from Morse Road, there's that one that goes all the way across that says 161 coming up. They were replacing it, so it was half one of those. So I had my buddy, he held it up, and I backed the truck up under it, and we just drop it onto the bed of the truck. It's hanging out like fucking...
Like airplane wings?
Yeah. And I'm driving down 71 with the motherfucker, dude. I take it straight to the scrapyard. Trucks like this. So, yeah. But, so I kick in the door. I'm in there. We're loading up the car. I'm loading up the car, right? I have one of those little fucking lights on my head, and too, man. Like I said, I got to the point where I felt like I was going to work. It's a job. It's a job to me. This is cool. It's normal. I'm under the sink getting ready to take the garbage disposal out. And the homeowner walks in the back door. Now, mind you, you seen that picture I showed you, that mug shot, the one I look real bad.
Yeah.
That's when I look like that.
Okay,
so he comes in. I'm about 147 pounds, right? And retired special forces Vietnam guy. Yeah, we're tussling, fighting. He's got me by my neck, pinned up against the wall, and everything starts turning white. And I reach behind me. I feel a wrench, a monkey wrench in my back pocket. I pull it out to crack him in the head with it. He lets me go. I run out to my truck, and his wife was parked in front of me, blocking me in the driveway. So my truck's here, right? They're parked here, house is here, fence is here, and there's a house right there. And then behind me is a garage. There's nowhere for me to go, right? And
Fuck.
I can't just run and take off because the truck is in my dad's name.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
know
get
what I
the
mean?
truck out of there.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. So I hear police sirens coming. I jump in the car or the truck. I turn it on. And she gets out. She stands in front of the truck and she says, "Don't you dare." And I rev the engine. She doesn't move. She called my bluff. I didn't ram her. I couldn't go nowhere. I'm not going to leave the truck there for my dad to take the fall. So I reach in my coat. I pull out what dope I had left, shot it up, and waited for the police to get there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some gangster fucking shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You just said, fuck it.
Just said, fuck it.
Might as well use, and
Yeah.
here we go again.
Yeah. I was tired, man. I
I bet.
think I was just tired.
Yeah.
I was tired, dude. Like the whole scrapping thing, you can make a lot of money at it, man, but it was like I had to wake up at 3 a.m. and go and beat all the other guys that are fucking doing drugs and scrapping and stealing shit. I had to go beat them to all the good spots and all this shit. Then you got to clean the metal. Then you got to go and take it in. It's all the labor that you put into trying to clean up the metal so that you get the most money for it. It's just not, it turns out not being worth it at all. It's horrible. You're putting in like 16, 18-hour days and leaving a scrapyard with like $200-300. You know?
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
It's-
But the $300 is, you need it.
Yeah.
You fucking need it.
Yeah. And I couldn't get no other job at the time. You're so strung out.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many people scrapping back then too when I was doing it. That's when it started to blow up. When all the drug addicts were like, "Oh, we can get money by just digging in the trash and getting metal."
Yeah. Right.
You know, but there's a lot more to it than that. Like, dude, I allegedly one time went to the scrapyard in the same little S10, man. I found out that lawn chairs were made out of aluminum. So I went to a pool, allegedly,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Jumped the fence, through them. I went to the scrapyard with probably 24 of them in the back of the truck, just straight up in the air. That little S10 was a trooper, man.
Do these scrapyards not fucking ask you questions ever?
So if they don't know you, yeah. But I've taken some stuff that's like, okay, we know you stole that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I took them. I found out that grill lids, just
Yeah. Regular Weber grill.
they're cast aluminum.
Oh.
Yeah. So I took fucking like 13, 14 of those, and just the lids. Like, so I mean,
Obviously.
yeah. So and that was on the news for a while too. Like there was somebody stealing fucking grills all over Columbus. Lock up your grills, everybody. Somebody's stealing your fucking grills.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
for that B&E, what'd you get sentenced to?
I got sentenced to 4 years, and that was after I sat in a workhouse and fought it for a year. Because
Oh,
originally my lawyer
God.
said they want you to do 8 years. They wanted to max me out on it because it was violent. Because I hit him, and they were showing up to court and pressing the issue.
Oh, I bet they were.
Yeah. And my past record didn't look good either. I mean, that was, I think my second felony. My first one was like something stupid. Like I had a stolen license plate on one of my cars, and I had no idea that was a felony. Receiving stolen property is what I got charged with.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, stealing a license plate is a felony. It's a F5. Yeah, so they were looking at all my past charges and shit, and they wanted to max me out on it, which I thought was completely unfair. So I sat for a year. I mean, unfair to the point to where, like, I mean, there's people that did a lot worse
Yeah.
and got a lot less time.
Less, yeah.
So,
And I'm sure you saw it as you're sitting for a fucking year. You'd see guys get sentenced.
Yeah.
and-
guys that have burglaries were
Yeah.
getting like 2 years here, 3
Yeah.
years there, or some of them were getting programs and not really probation. You don't get really probation for something like that because
No.
it's a crime involving a victim.
I'm assuming it was aggravated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where they got you.
Well, it was aggravated, but when it got to sentencing, they finally agreed to drop it to a regular burglary if I took 4 years. I think they're just tired of dealing with it. I was going to take it to trial. Because I thought 8 years for I was a drug addict. And it still had the drug addict mentality back then. So I'm
Right.
thinking this whole thing's completely unfair. I don't deserve this. This is horrible. Poor me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck the fact that I just broke in. And not to mention, I forgot to mention this. When they came back to their house, their burnt down house, where all of their property, their personal items was all destroyed, the insurance company had just cleared them to go back to their house to get their belongings out. Yeah. So they come home after. What a piece of shit, dude. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
Yeah.
It
So.
sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking it's all completely unfair to me. It's horrible. Look what they're doing to me. Like I deserve a program. I'm just sick. I'm a drug addict. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
Whatever
Yeah.
you got to say or whatever you think you got to say,
Mm-hmm.
try and get out of it.
Yeah.
What? Where'd they send you?
They sent me to obviously CRC
Mhm.
for a while. I was there for about a month, and when I get to my parent institution, which is Lancaster, and this is my first time in prison. I don't know what to expect. So I mean, fuck what anybody tells you. It's your first time going to prison. You're gonna have, even if you want to deny it, cool, whatever. But you're scared.
Fuck yeah.
You're
Pulling
scared.
up on that bus, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
the feeling.
Yeah. Everybody's seen movies where people are getting stabbed, killed, raped, fucking whatever. Everybody's seen movies, seen TV shows, whatever like that, man. So whatever anybody tells you, man, they're scared. The biggest dude in the world's going to be scared. Everybody's scared going to the first thing that they've ever been to or
Yeah.
everything they've done. So anyway, I get there, and it's during the Trayvon Martin thing. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yep.
That whole thing's going
Yep.
on. So
Oh, boy.
a big race riot going on.
Yeah,
in
bad
there.
time.
So I walk into my dorm, and they gave me my bed, and I'm heading towards my bed. And you got to carry your box, and I've heard other people on here say the same thing, and it is true. You don't drop
Don't
your
drop
box.
that
Don't
bitch.
drop your fucking box at all. So I didn't drop my box, but
Good.
you know what I mean. I'm walking down the aisle. I got sent to Lancaster, and I'm in I dorm. And if anybody's ever been to Lancaster, they know what I dorm is. I dorm's the island. It's like it's its own dorm. So there in Lancaster, you got a building here, and it's got 3 floors on it, and there's dorms on each floor, and then another one over here, same style. But I dorm is a pole barn essentially, 300 people in it.
Damn.
About 300 people, yeah, and it's off by itself.
Just
Got
racks. Just racks.
racks, just open.
As far as you can see.
Yep. As far as you can see, it's just racks on racks, and there's like 5 rows, and it's deep, dude. But I'm walking down my aisle, heading to my bed, and all of a sudden I'm like, I feel crack. Broke my fucking jaw, dude. Very first day of prison.
Someone's stolen you?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, it was during that race thing, dude. It was so
Just because you were white.
Just because I was white. There was a big race thing going on inside Lancaster when I got there. It started out with the blacks hating the whites. And then once the sentencing thing was over and that calmed down, like it got bad, dude. They made everybody stay on their bed. They locked everything down, made everybody stay at their racks. Like you couldn't get off your bed unless you were going to shower or going to brush your teeth or going to pee. And that lasted about 3 weeks, and then it turned into another issue. It was like the Bloods and the Mexicans, they were beefing. That was my very first experience in prison. It was like 2 months of chaos. Yeah.
What? When you say chaos, what are you seeing? What are you witnessing?
Just group fights after group fights. One dude picked up a Mexican dude's TV while the dude was in the bathroom, picked it up and just slammed it on the fucking ground. And then dude comes back from the bathroom, grabs his locker box fucking tray, walks over to the dude and just beats his fucking face in.
Jesus.
I seen a lot of foul shit in Lancaster, man. I seen a dude get baby oil thrown on his face. I seen the hot baby oil deal, dude. went to wipe it off his face, skin just came
Melting off.
Yeah, screaming like I've never heard noise out of a man's mouth ever before. Like I've never heard anything. Then
Sorry to interrupt. How do you get the oil hot?
microwave,
You just microwave it.
Micro-
burn it,
yeah.
throw it at someone?
microwave it till it's boiling. You get bowls and shit on commissary. You can get bowls,
Yeah.
Tupperware. Being in prison, it's not too far off from like being on the street. You just can't leave.
Yeah.
You know, so you got stores, you got barber shops, you got a gym.
It's its own world.
It's its own world. And this, mind you, the baby oil thing, all this shit that I'm saying, this is all within the first couple months of me being in prison.
Jesus.
So, a guy comes in out of place. This was like this was into my second month of being in Lancaster. Guy comes in out of place, and he's got a broken piece of mirror in his hand. He breaks it, and this takes commitment, dude, because this wasn't glass. This is a piece of plastic mirror. You know, I think they sold them at CBCF. They stick on your locker box. He broke that, so it had a sharp end, and he cut his own throat with it. Yeah.
And you just where in the day room or just in
No,
the,
he
just on
he
his
came
fucking
in out
rack?
of place, and walked into our bathroom and just sliced his own throat with
Did
it.
he live?
That I can't. I don't know. They took him on out of there, and I don't know what happened after
Fuck.
that. You know what I mean?
That's 2 months. You're probably like, Jesus. I
Yeah,
got 4
so-
years of this shit.
Yeah. So 2 months in, I've already had my jaw broke for no reason, and I've already seen a multitude of prison fights, gang fights, riot. Not quite riot material, but just it was to the point to where I told you we had to be locked down. So I seen the baby oil, seen the guy cut his own throat, and then towards the end of all of that, this was like right towards the end of all that chaos stuff that was going on, fights. They were finding knives out on the yard. They were coming in. SRTs were coming in like every other week or something, at like 5 in the morning.
SRT is like a special unit, right?
Special response team.
That's right.
Yeah, they come in about like 4 or 5 in the morning, strip you down, butt naked. You're standing, or not butt naked, but you're in your boxers and you're standing in front of your rack and everybody, and they're going through all your shit, and then you put your clothes on.
And when they go through your shit, they don't give a fuck.
No, you'll find your shit.
Yeah,
Somebody will find your shit.
Yeah. See, they throw it fucking wherever.
Yeah, I've heard other people on here talk about that too. Yeah, that's absolutely 100% true as well. Yeah, they go through your stuff and throw your shit everywhere, and then they'll have inmates that are workers, that are runners, porters, whatever you want to call them. They come in and they get to clean up all the shit. They probably end up with half your shit, but you think the guy over here is the one that stole your shit. So then it creates a whole nother tension, you know. And then tattoo guns are getting stolen, so there's money, or not stolen, but confiscated. So there's money put out in that too.
Yep.
So all that shakedown shit creates more and more tension too, man, because it fucks up everybody's money, basically.
Yeah.
Stores, everybody running stores, and it got to the point to where it was so bad there at Lancaster at one point they 2.4'd us, which is you can't have it by rules per prison like you go to. You are not supposed to have a surplus of stuff. You can only have what you can fit in that box. You're not supposed to have, and that's including food, including everything. You're not supposed to have more than that. Even though everybody does. Everybody's got more extra shirts, clothes, shit like that. So, that I did 2 years of that 4-year sentence, and through that 2 years, it was the only time in my incarceration that I ever had anybody that had my back. My mom was actually putting money on my books that the first 2 years. So I get judicialed. I'm out on the street for maybe a month. I'm failing for cocaine. I'm ripping and running. I'm doing cocaine again, which cocaine was a big part of my life for a long time. Cocaine, crack, and heroin.
Okay. So it was blow, not crack.
I did crack for a while.
Okay.
I smoked it. Yeah, I did that for a while. But so I'm popping dirty for cocaine because I'm sniffing hella cocaine. And that's when they send me to CBCF. And that's where we met. It
Yeah.
was at CBC.
Yeah, it's like a minimum security prison, but they make you go to class basically.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
Or if you wanna look at it like color all day.
Yeah. Well, it was different back then in 2016. You could fucking go out to outside meetings and
Yeah.
get cigarettes and shit.
Yeah. No, for what it's worth, and I don't want to say that being locked up was fun, but the first time I was there, like when we were all there together, we were there with a good group of guys. I mean, I know we were all convicted of crimes,
Right.
but just because somebody commits a crime, that doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person. No, at all. Like we had a good group of guys there. Like we had the one guy that would play the guitar.
Yeah. Smoke.
No, not Smoke.
Gentry. Yeah.
Yeah, Smoke too, but I'm talking about the other guy that was our rack brother. And I would sing that Everlast song.
Fuck. Aaron would know. I know he would.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
would
think
play.
of it.
That's the only song he knew how to play, and I would sing it.
God damn, I remember
Barnes.
it too. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was my bunkie. He was in the military.
Mhm.
He fucking, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we had a good group of guys there. We'd go into meetings and stuff, and we ended up all getting jobs. And
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad back then.
no,
I remember when you racked out, so to speak.
dude,
You were a fucking dick. Like, you were a dickhead.
well, dude, I think I broke the record there for racking out time. I think I racked out in like
Yeah, and then you had nothing to do.
yeah, no. So I worked. I was working third shift at
That's right.
I was working third shift at that place that packages shit for Bath and Body Works. A whole bunch of
Okay.
people have worked there before. It was out in New Albany.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. That's why I was a dick. That fucking ping pong table, dude.
It was right under your fucking room.
Yeah.
'Cause they moved you over to 20, right?
I was right above it. I was
Yeah.
right. The people that racked out, they were all the way down at the hallway.
20. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember getting pissed off at that fucking ping pong table, and Miss Marcy wouldn't do nothing about it. I mean, really couldn't. I mean, it was the middle of the day. I mean, they got their rights too. I mean,
Yeah.
but I remember going down there and dragging a fucking ping pong table in the middle of the game all the way across the room.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was pretty aggressive back then, dude.
Yeah, you were. I wasn't gonna fuck with you. Straight up, I wasn't. But like you said, it wasn't bad, and like you said, it really is like an adult daycare.
Mhm.
It was like that. Things changed a little bit because of COVID down the line, but what happened when you got out?
So my mom blames the place for how I acted when I got out of there. Somebody hooked me up. Who was the dude? He stayed upstairs. He wasn't in our rack group, but he was in the table across from us. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I end up linking up with him when I get out, and he gives me a contact to somebody that's got fire dope, and I'm telling him, like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I had this one bad day. All it takes is one bad day. And I said, fuck it. And I went and got it. But my mom blames that place. Says that I got all these new contacts and learned all these new things when I went there and whatever. But I ended up getting back into dope. It was just the same thing over and over again. I got back into dope. But I was working. I was working at Quick Creek Concrete. I was a forklift driver there. I was actually making pretty good money, and I was actually holding it all together. I was being a functioning addict.
Which still isn't much fun.
No, it's not. But I'm still on probation at the time, so I'm still popping dirty.
Fuck yeah.
So I popped dirty for about a year and kept putting off going to programs, kept putting off going to classes, kept putting all that off to my PO. And finally, I popped dirty one last time, and they locked me up. And
They get you a probation?
yeah, it was the probation sent me back to prison to finish my sentence.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wouldn't listen. I kept popping dirty. I can't remember. I know I committed some crime that got me stopped and got me put back in. I kept popping. I can't remember what it was. I just know that my PO sent me back for
Because, dude, dropping dirty for a year
yeah.
and they're letting you slide, that's a long fucking time. That's a hell of a PO.
Yep.
Must have believed in you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always had that gift of gab to be able to talk my way out of something or tell people what they want to hear, or you know what I mean. There was a point in my life where I could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves on a 98-degree day.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So I don't know how or why it lasted that long, but it literally did. It was about a year. They tried to ankle my. That's what it was. Okay. So I kept popping dirty, and this year goes by, and then finally, he sets up a court date, violates me, like the traditional violation.
Yeah.
We gotta go to court,
Yep.
and then so they agreed to put an ankle monitor on me, and you had to pay for it back in. It was like astronomically
It's
high.
expensive.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I didn't even get to make my first payment because I went to go get the ankle monitor put on, and on my way back from downtown, I stop at my plug's house because it was right off 17th.
Did you just cut it off?
No, I didn't cut it off.
Okay.
I just fucking did what I did, and like fuck you style, like
Just left it on and
Just left
went
it.
wherever.
just left it on.
Just
Yeah.
always off your monitor. Just everywhere you go. God damn.
Well, it didn't. Like I said, it didn't last that long. So the ankle monitor lasted maybe a week, maybe two max. Cause I'm still, like I said, I'm doing the fuck you style. I got it on. I left there. Like I'm like, oh, he's soft. I got high for a year. I mean, what's a little bit longer? He's not gonna violate me again. Like, I'll just say I'm still dirty from
Before.
Yeah, you know. So I stop. I get the coke. I do the coke. I go home. I got a report like a week later. I come in, report, and this is after my color came up. I dropped that week and then went home. Everything's fine. Going to work still, doing my thing. I go in to report, and it's that dreaded walk back through the door and camera. Everybody's watching. Handcuffs go on. And, you know.
I had that happen to me once too, and it fucking sucks.
It sucks, dude. It's happened to me twice. And I tell my PO now, I'm still on probation now. But I've actually made it to reporting every 3 months. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Well done.
But I got a year left of that, and then I'll finally be free. I've never been off of some kind of paper supervision, parole, some kind of form of supervision since I was 18 years old. I've never been completely free, and that's coming up in a year.
And you're 42.
And I'm 42. I've literally right hand to God, I've always been on some form of paper. It's never been free.
It's hard to get off of too, especially parole.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I did with parole. I turned that 4-year sentence into 9 years.
God damn.
Yeah. Yep. Because they were really. What they don't tell you is they can resentence you up to half your time in 9-month increments, but when they sentence you, your parole stops. So say for instance, I got 6 months of parole left. I violate. They send me back for, let's just say 4 months. My parole stops. So that after I do that 4 months, I get out.
Still got 6.
Still got 6 more to do. So that's what they kept doing to me. Every time I got out, they would violate me and send me back to prison or back to a program or back to a halfway house or back to wherever the fuck.
Right.
And I dragged that 4-year sentence out for 9 years.
God.
My entire 30s were spent incarcerated. I had a year and a half on the street, probably total, in my entire 30s.
In a decade.
A decade. I gave the state of Ohio a decade of my life that I will never get back.
God.
Yeah.
Damn. Jesus. Yeah. At what point did you end up coming back to the facility when I was working there?
When you were working there?
Yeah. When did that happen? Like, why? Was it a judicial thing? Was it a...
No, we were getting there, and then I get sidetracked a lot, and it's
No,
one thing will lead into another thing.
You're doing
one thing will
great.
lead into-
You're doing great.
So that was when I told you about I got set up and robbed by that chick. Did the ice that had Fetty in it, and I fell out.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so and I already have an escape on my record at that point, and I have multiple violent charges at that point. They won't even send me to the workhouse. Like they kept me in county with an F5 escape and a parole violation, and I stayed at the county.
Damn.
Yeah, on the 5th floor with the murderers and the fucking
Yeah.
high profile
Yeah.
drug dealers, all that shit.
Shit you
yeah.
see on the news.
Yeah, shit you see on the news. So the guy, they brought a guy in, and he jumps up top. He's sleeping above me. Come to find out, he's the guy that killed his boyfriend, and the dude he was cheating on him with had the one dude that he was cheating on him with in the trunk had the dead boyfriend sitting in the passenger seat of the car.
I
And,
remember that.
yeah, and was driving around with him. And I don't remember where he's going. He was like trying to drive away I don't know, somewhere far away or something like that. Yeah, but they ended up bringing him in, and he's my bunkie, and he shits himself on top of me. Yeah, shits himself. He was mentally fucked up.
Not there.
Not there, yeah. Yeah, so that was a rough time in there. I'll say that. That was rough in there.
I hated downtown. I
Yeah.
hate it. It's cramped as fuck.
It's
That-
dark.
yeah.
It's dirty. It's
Yeah.
old. It stinks.
You watch TV through bars.
You watch TV through bars. Yeah.
Like
And
downtown sucks.
And you're in there with your own device, with your own devices, dude. Like they don't come around, but maybe once every
Yeah.
couple hours. Like,
Yeah, you don't see it. It's like you never see them.
yeah, no. I've been in a lot of jails, in a lot of county, and my wife will tell you, I've been in a lot of jails. I have a lot of charges in a lot of counties, a lot of cities, a lot of small towns. Workhouse is by far, or county and the workhouse is by far like the most unsupervised. Like it's just, fuck you, just have at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have at it. I mean, do your time, have at it. But
Guys fighting in the workhouse and they're watching through the window, waiting for the fight to end.
I remember when it was like that. Yeah. Until they got sued because some kid got killed, hit his head on one of the corners of the metal beds and got killed. They basically killed him in there fighting, and the guards were just watching, wouldn't pull him out of there. Yeah, they used to stand outside of the window and watch you and all that stuff. Like it ain't really like that now.
No, it's totally different now.
It's totally different now. But 20 years ago, dude, like, if you didn't know somebody in there, or you weren't somebody, or you didn't know how to carry yourself properly, like, it didn't really matter what color you wore. You were getting your fucking ass beat as soon as you walked through the door.
Yep.
Flat out.
Yep.
Just to check your temperature.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
So when you were downtown, they moved you from there to the facility I was working at. Where we were
Eventually.
at before, eventually.
Yeah, like.
And that's that.
When did I get there?
It was COVID. It was around COVID.
Yeah, but it was warm. It was getting warm outside.
2021, 2020, 2020. It had to have been one of those 2 years.
Well, I mean, as far as like season wise, because I know it was December when I got locked up, and I know it was because we were going outside, obviously.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
But I believe it was starting to get warm outside, so I think it was like May or June or something when I finally ended up in CBCO. They finally transferred me to my level. Finally dropped. Because now they do the level system there, too, at the workhouse.
Oh,
like
really?
they do in prison, yeah.
Okay.
They finally, after like 5 months, like something like that, sent me to the workhouse. And I'm there for like maybe a week. And I finally catch my ride to
Yeah. Dude, I'll never forget sitting in shift in that office and turning and seeing you. And seeing your face, and like, I was like, holy shit, he's alive, and B, what the fuck are you doing here again?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
No, and I was strung out when I got there.
Really?
Yeah, we were strung out. Damn near the whole pod was strung out in county
On Suboxone?
on Fetty.
On
On
Fetty?
Fetty, we were getting Fetty and ice through the.
Yeah,
I don't know.
allegedly through the.
Allegedly, I don't know if I want to say how, but
Well, one would assume the mail, but
yeah,
I mean, one would
it
assume.
it was on paper.
Yeah.
I'll just say that
Yeah.
it was on paper. So, and we were getting enough of it to where we were all getting strung out. So when I got to see
You didn't feel good.
no. I did what I did because I got dope sick, and I had to go.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there. I do not believe I was there the day it happened, because I would remember that.
Yeah, I think you would have
So-
came. You would have came and fucking seen me. I think I spent the weekend in the little holding cell.
Yeah, in isolation. But
Yeah.
how did you actually try to escape? Because the way it's set up is it's a yard, small. It's like a small prison yard with barbed wire on the top, right? So what the fuck did you try to do?
Okay. So me and another guy, because another guy did it with me, but he got away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had it in our heads that we were gonna escape, and he had dope waiting, and we were gonna escape and go to Florida.
That was the plan, huh?
That was the plan. Didn't really have much else to it, except other than we were gonna get picked up, we were gonna get high, and we were gonna take off to Florida. That was the plan. That was everything that we thought of. So they let us out for rec, and we're pacing, we're walking around, and we were walking the lap thing.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter where you go. Every institution I've been in, every jail, every yard, everywhere I've ever been, everybody always goes the same direction. I don't know why everybody goes the same
Yep.
direction. But anyway, I keep peeping it, keep looking at it, keep checking it, keep looking at it. And I finally said, fuck it. And we both hit the fence. I jumped on one side, he jumped on the other. But I'm still real weak from being dope sick. He's not dope sick. He'd been locked up for some time. He wasn't getting high. He was clean, feeling better, healthy. He makes it over the fence. I get to the top, and I freak out because of the barbed wire. I can't get over the barbed wire because I'm dope sick.
You didn't bring something to put, like a towel or something to throw over the barbed wire?
No, dude. By the time I got up to the top, I was so tired.
Shaking like a leaf.
Yeah, I was tired, and I was exhausted, and I was sweating, and I was dope sick. So I just came down and freaked out at that point because I already knew that I fucked
It's
up.
fucking
It
wrap.
was over
It's a
with.
wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going back. So I'm bleeding because I got caught by the barbed wire.
I
So there's
remember
blood
that.
all over me. My arm's bleeding.
Yep.
They're telling me to stop. They're telling me to come here. I went to the other side, tried to get up the fence over there. Couldn't do it over there because I was just so weak. I couldn't make it over the top. I was just so weak.
You kept trying.
Kept trying. I tried like 4 or 5 times.
Damn.
Yeah, I just couldn't get up over it. I was just so weak and so exhausted, and then I come in, and everybody's like, I'm like walking with I'm on a mission. Everybody's getting out of my way, like I'm shoulder checking, like everybody's getting out of my way. I come up to the door, I'm kicking the front door, and I'm telling them to let me out. They won't let me out. I'm kicking the door, and I don't remember what finally calmed me down, but I finally just agreed to go to the holding cell. I mean, there wasn't nothing else I could do.
No.
So, I mean, I was trapped. It was over with. I'm going back. So, yep.
Yeah, I remember coming in and talking to you or seeing you afterwards, and I remember when parole came, I put the cuffs on you, and how surreal that was for me to, like, because we were in there together.
Yeah, no, I know,
And,
man.
like, I mean, I'm glad I was there to do it because, like you said, I mean, you told me would have gone differently, and I believe that was the truth because you were fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you didn't fuck me up, but
No, I would never do that.
I
dude.
didn't.
Like,
I didn't think you would.
I respected you enough, and I think that, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I would have never did that. I respected you enough in the position that you were in and where you were at in life. I wouldn't have did nothing like that, dude.
I believe you. I know. I could tell. So now we've got to be getting close to clean territory, right? Because the 2021, 2022-ish maybe now.
Well, after I did that, they sent me back to the county. I sat there for a little bit, of course, went to the workhouse, sat there. We're all still getting high off the paper, off of the Fetty paper, ice paper, Suboxone. Dude, like, there's like 6 or 7 people in every tank with like fucking 20
Crazy.
strips. Dude, this Suboxone was so bad in there. So was the tune. Tune was everywhere, dude.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And that's the shit that you look like you're nodding out, but you're not, or like.
Well, it's supposed to be like weed, dude, but
it's not.
It's not, dude. It's almost like a trip without. It's
that's
hard.
what I've heard.
It's weird, dude. I did it. Of course, I did it too for a while. I did it the entire time I was in the workhouse.
Is it like salvia, kind of?
I never did salvia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. I've heard about it, but I've never did. I don't know how to explain it except it's just like
or like a K-hole, kinda.
No, K-hole is like being paralyzed. I've been in a K-hole. I watched somebody rob me while I was in the K-hole. Because I thought it was cocaine. I had a big-ass honker line, and like this big, and I'm like, ew. I do it, and like fucking, yeah, like fucking 45 minutes later, I'm watching this dirtbag fucking walk out of the house. I'm just sitting in the couch like this, like, watching this dude walk out of the house with my shit, and I'm like.
Just stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I end up going to Lorraine, and somehow I end up becoming a porter, and so we were the only ones allowed out of our cells, and this isn't, like you said, in the middle of COVID. We're the ones that are cleaning the cells, delivering food, delivering the drugs back and forth and shit. So I did tune the entire time and subs the entire time I was in Lorraine for free.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, so it don't matter where I was going, it's just I was getting high off something.
See, that was always my biggest fear, and I never was in a position to get high in jail. I went to jail a bunch of times, but there were never any drugs. Or if there were drugs, it wasn't enough to get hooked on. But I was always terrified that if I went to prison and I got hooked on some fucking Suboxone or Fetty, I was going to be in debt, and my ass was going to get beat.
Yeah.
To death, because I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stop.
Yeah. So
that scared me to death. Like.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I was in prison the first time, in the first 2 years I did, like, Suboxone was so ridiculously expensive. Like, I didn't do any at that point, but that last time I was in a workhouse, Suboxone, like I said, was just so bad and all that shit. Like, people were just handing it out. Like, every morning somebody would give you a piece. Like, if you didn't have no money or anything like that, somebody would just the whole tank was getting high it was just it was everywhere.
Jesus.
It was everywhere. If you looked out your window, everybody's shooting cars back and forth on the strings, delivering shit to each other. Like, everybody was you got to think, man, like, you get some legal mail sent in, like a whole manila envelope full of what do you call it, with all your evidence information on it?
Your discovery?
Your discovery, that's right. You get a whole discovery sent in with all that shit on the paper, you're talking about, like,
it's a lot.
Thousands of dollars, dude. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of paper. And the shit they were doing like pieces like this big, dude, and like they were ripped. I think it was embalming fluid, if you want me to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. One of the guys said that he thought he's done embalming fluid before, and that's what it felt like.
The tune?
Yeah. Well,
first of all, let's rewind. You said he had done embalming fluid before?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
You never heard of that one?
No, I've never heard of that one.
So, back in the day, like 60s, 70s, early 80s, people would dip cigarettes in embalming fluid and call it getting wet. Or you would put it on weed or shit like that, like, and it would make you trip.
Really?
Yeah. It's called getting wet.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were putting what you didn't really technically know what was on the paper. They were just calling it tune. Everything was tune. And when I get to Lorraine, this is what I was getting at. When I get to Lorraine, I'm still doing tune, and the tune was so bad in Lorraine. The prison was passing out flyers and letting everybody know that you're not doing tune. What you're doing is the purple raid spray. Is what they were spraying on the paper and sending in. That's what
For
everybody's
like ants and shit.
yeah, for roach spray, raid, the purple can.
You think it was real, or do you think it was a scare tactic?
I don't know. I still was doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck it, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I was still doing it, but so I get out of Lorraine. We're getting close to the getting clean. I get out of Lorraine, and I link back up with my buddy that I told you, my best friend Chris. He comes and picks me up. I was supposed to go to a halfway house, and I didn't. I had the guy just drop me off. It's some guy from a halfway house that came and picked me up, and I told him, like, buddy, I'm not going there. Pull this fucking car over and let me out. You know.
He probably thought you were kidding.
Well,
You were dead fucking serious.
I was dead ass serious.
Yeah.
He let me out in the middle of the parking lot on 161 in sweatpants and a t-shirt. Like I was kind of an intimidating guy back then. I was pretty big. I was a big dude, tall. I mean, I always looked.
No,
mean.
when you had that demeanor, that like anger hit you,
Yeah.
that shit. I remember seeing it numerous times as an inmate and as a guard. Like, it was scary.
Yeah, when people tell me my eyes turn black and I look like a completely different person. Like a
Yeah.
But that side of me's gone now. It's gone. It's completely gone. I locked it up. It's way gone. Never want to be that person again. So my brother picks me up. I'm supposed to go to the halfway house. He takes me to my mom's house. My mom gives me $1,000 to buy a car.
Really?
Yeah.
After all that.
Yeah. So that happened numerous times, dude. I've had it, and this is not exaggerated. I'm probably under exaggerated or whatever the word might be. I've had at least high 20s, low 30s amounts of cars, in that somewhere in that range, somewhere between 28 and 35 cars, somewhere around there. I've had a lot of them. And rather than let me stay in the house because of the person that I was, like I was gone. I was gone all the time. I was fucked up all the time, as high as I could possibly get every single day until I would pass out. And they didn't want me staying there, so instead of letting me stay there, they would buy me a car. And back then, I could always find a car for like $250, $500, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it barely run, but you know what I mean, I would whip the hell out of it until I either get pulled over or it breaks and I get another one. So, but anyway, yeah, she gives me $1,000, and by that time, the price of everything has gone astronomically up higher. And the only car I could find for $1,000, and I needed one immediately because my brother was doing his own thing with getting high, and like I couldn't just ride around with him and his girl all the time. Like
Right.
I had to have a place to sleep.
Right.
I ended up fucking buying a Toyota Celica. I think it's a Celica. It's a big car, about the size of a Taurus.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was wrecked on the passenger side. like somebody sideswiped all the way down of it. The back of the trunk was pushed all the way up. No light.
And
no,
you bought it like that?
bought it like that. Yeah,
Nice.
no muffler.
Hell
So not
yeah.
only is it an eyesore, but it's fucking loud.
Loud.
So, hey, look at me. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't have a license, and I'm already wanted because I didn't go to the fucking halfway house like I was supposed to for parole. But I drove that car around for a while, and this is how I caught the drug case in Marysville. Because we were doing a Lego thing. I don't know if you ever heard about the Lego thing.
I used to steal Legos.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I used
Yeah.
to steal a lot of Legos. I had
Oh,
a guy
yeah.
who
So
would
did
take
I.
them to toy conventions.
I had a guy, me and my brother were selling them to this one guy. We never sold them to anybody other than the one guy. And we probably talking about the same guy.
Yeah, we're starting to think we are.
I still got it. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'm talking about $200, $300 Lego sets, and I would have like a car full of them every single day. Sometimes 2, 3 times a day. Yeah.
It hit the fucking Target, hit the Meijer, hit the fucking Walmart. Yep.
Yeah, and I would have a route, dude. I would take a route on this side of the like this side of Franklin County, and then I would go to Lancaster, then I would go to Marysville, then I would go to fucking Logan.
Would he meet you in parking lots?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's the same guy. It's gotta
Close
be.
to Sawmill?
Gotta be the same fucking guy.
Close to Sawmill Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to the point to where he would have a guy come and pick him up in a semi truck because we were bringing I know a lot of people were bringing them, but
They paid cash. Good
cash.
Good
Yeah.
cash.
He paid half of whatever it was worth.
50
And 50% of whatever they were worth.
But
yeah.
straight cash.
Yeah, straight cash.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about like 2-3 hours worth of fucking running around, and then you could have an easy $500 to $1,000. You know,
Yeah.
just like that, and you could do it a couple times a day. And then I got the routes that I had. I would like every other day I was going to a different side of the town, different area, and there's more Walmarts and Targets and shit around everywhere than you realize.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. So we did that for a while. Got caught doing that.
That's so funny. You did that same shit I did. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody else say that. You're the only one.
Oh,
It was such a good lick.
oh my god, dude.
It was the best.
Yeah. And when I tell people about it, that it, like, I mean, obviously you've done it before, so like, but when I tell people about it, they're like, bullshit.
Yeah. Yep.
Legos. No, you don't. I mean, Legos are fucking expensive, dude.
I know.
They're expensive.
You're a little boxy walking out the door, but you
Mhm.
know, as long as you get out the door.
Well, I mean, I didn't do that. I had a barcode. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I would take a barcode for something that was like 89 cents or a barcode.
And go to self checkout?
Yeah. I started doing that. I would go to clearance and get a barcode for 50 cents, and then they got caught on to that. So then I would just go get the cheapest Lego set they have, which is just a little guy on a motorcycle.
Sure.
It's like $7, $4, $7, something like that. And I would hold it in my hand, and I would scan it instead of the bar on the Legos, and then I would throw that over there. But I would also, because I was getting food stamps at the time for being homeless, so I'd also buy food. I would also fill up the cart with food, and then it was normally like pop. I was getting pop, shit ton of like other big boxy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for a while, and just I was driving around in like a '94 Chevy Silverado, loud, black, noticeable, had big rust spots all over it. And I'm sitting in a parking lot, the parking lot of the apartment complex where I was living at. Security guards knew who I was. All the people that lived there knew who I was, so nobody bothered me. You know what I mean? I had my little corner of the parking lot on Shock Road where I slept. And I just woke up. My parents were on vacation. I didn't know where my best friend was. I wasn't talking to him at the time. I think we were arguing or something. But I just woke up one day and I was like, I can't do this anymore. You know? So I just started calling numbers. Just started calling numbers and ended up. And it's funny. The guy that ended up taking me to rehab is actually her cousin.
Really?
Yeah. We come to find out that that's who ended up taking me to rehab, and she's related to him. So everything's intertwined. But so I went to rehab, went to Forward Health. I did that for about 6 months, completed it. And they liked my I guess they liked my attitude, and they figured.
That's a shocker.
No, that's what I mean. They liked my attitude enough to where like I would be in charge.
Yeah, leadership. Yeah, leadership.
In charge of
can see that.
watching, like basically an adult babysitter at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did that. I took that job, and that was like working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is what that turned into. I wasn't making bad money, but when I finally met my wife and uh, moved in with her and we were living together, and then it's like a whole new family deal. It's like I had to find more money, but I still kept that job for a while, and I made my way up to director of IOP. So, and I'm in charge of collecting rent money.
That's wild.
No shit, right?
It's wild.
No shit. I'm in charge of collecting rent money. I'm in charge of placing people in whatever house, whatever space is left. I'm in charge of deciding if people go, get kicked out. I'm doing drug tests. I'm ordering drug tests. I had a lot of responsibilities in that and stuff.
Director in front of your name. How'd that feel?
Director in front. Pretty good.
Had to feel good.
It felt great, but 45,000 a year didn't feel very good.
Ooh, for director?
For director, yeah. That's what I mean. I was getting, and I was working 7 days a week,
Gross.
24. Yeah. Yeah.
Ew.
And when I found out everybody got a $500 Christmas bonus, and they gave me, and mind you, I'm supposed to be getting rent collection bonuses, dude. And rent collection was highest it had ever been since I took over the position. Like I didn't play about the money, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
I was like, I ain't taking no shorts. Give me your money. What's up?
Yeah.
I need the money. Yeah, I was supposed to be getting bonuses for that. If I hit a certain percentage, I was supposed to get a rent collection bonus. Never got that. I found out everybody we got a $500 Christmas bonus. I got $250 for some reason, and I asked why when I found out, and they were like, "Well, because you're not a counselor. You're not counseling anybody. All you're doing is babysitting." I'm like, what? No.
That's not what that job is, no.
No, and they're openly letting me transport clients knowing that I don't have a license, taking them to places to drop them off in the middle of the night. Yeah, if somebody
Dude, so a lot of those places are scummy, man. Like,
oh yeah, dude, I learned a lot from behind the scenes
Yeah.
working there, dude, and it's foul.
yeah.
Most of the people that are working there, they're all either smoking weed, drinking, fucking clients, fucking.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Business development people just want to put bodies in beds. It's all they give a fuck about.
Yeah.
So they can get their little commission.
Yeah,
God.
especially the private insurance guys when they come in.
Fuck yeah.
It was like don't piss him off. And I treated everybody the same. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I didn't care if you had private insurance. Now I wasn't an asshole to the point to where I ruled with an iron fist. Like I was actually there for the guys. Like I was on their side
Yeah.
when stuff happened. But you break a rule, you break a rule, man. Like you know what I mean. I can't just because we're cool. Just because like. I fuck with you. You broke a rule, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
rules are here
Black and
in
white.
place for a reason. You can't, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. You break a rule, you got to go. But I see a problem with going picking somebody up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're high off meth. And I'd take them to Maryhaven and just let them out the car at the door and be like, good luck. You know what I mean? That's kind of fucked up.
Didn't feel right.
No. But I mean, I did it, but I didn't.
It was your job.
It's my job, yeah. But but it got to the point to where it just I needed more. I needed better money. I needed more money. So again, I just started calling numbers, and somehow landed a contact with the foreman for WPI, which at the time was the third largest commercial drywall company in the country, and it's under the union, under the local 200 Carpenters Union.
Nice.
Landed that job, worked there for about 2 months, and the material handler quit, and then I got that position and worked my way up from there. And I just recently got laid off from there. We worked ourselves out of the job. They didn't want to take the next job after that because it wasn't profitable enough for the higher ups. The ending result wasn't enough money for everybody. So anyway, they ended up farming me out to PCI. So that's where I'm at now. I'm working for PCI. I am currently a third-year apprentice, but I'm like one of the top guys there framing already.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great. What's changed for you as far as life, I guess?
Life?
I mean, obviously a lot, but
A lot, yeah.
I know you said mentally you struggle from time to time, which I think is normal.
Yeah.
But I mean that monkey's off your fucking back.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's finally off my back because I just got so much more other shit that's on my plate that I have to take care of. Like, I couldn't imagine waking up in the morning and going and getting a bag of dope. Like, I have a routine that I don't deviate from. Like, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day, and I think that's what's keeping me. It's like almost like a military structure that I've created for myself. I wake up every day at 3 a.m. I eat cereal with the dogs. We got 3 dogs. Got Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, and a French Bulldog. I eat cereal with the dogs. They gotta have theirs too. And then I head off to work about 4:30. I get to work an hour early every single day. I watch the news, scroll through YouTube, all that stuff. That's how I prepare for my day. Do the same thing every single day. Then I get home, take care of the dogs, all that stuff. But what's changed for me, just everything. Like, I got credit cards now. I have an amazing wife. I have a house. We have 2 cars. I have a car payment.
You're not sleeping in them.
I'm not sleeping in. Dude, believe it or not, when me and my wife first got together and I first moved in there, she would catch me sleeping sitting up, dude. Like, it took me a long time to get used to sleeping in an actual bed again.
Really?
Dude. Yeah. For the better part of 10, almost 15 years, I was either sleeping in cars or sleeping in a prison bed.
God.
So there for a while, it was uncomfortable for me to even fucking sleep in a bed, man. But
Do you feel like you're institutionalized? Were you for at all and in any way other
Oh,
than
100%, man. 100%. Institutionalized 100%.
Do you see those effects fading as time passes on? Or
A
is
lot of them, yeah. I still have a problem. I still have issues trusting people. I always think people are plotting on me or talking about me or saying bad things about me. But even though it doesn't really matter, because what they teach you in rehab is that you can't control what other people's thoughts are about you or what they say about you. And ultimately, who gives a shit? You
Yeah.
know, who gives a shit?
Fuck them.
Yeah, but I mean that's just really hard for me. So I get over it by if I have that, like I had that thought at work the other day about a guy because he's on our crew, but I never really talked to him, and we usually work in partners of two. Well, my partner was over there talking to him, and here comes that thought in my head again, creeping in my head because they looked over at me for a split second, and there goes that thought in my head again, like I think they're plotting on me or they're talking shit about me or something. Man. So I get over that by waiting a couple days and seeing how things played out, and then I ended up, dude's actually cool as hell.
It was nothing.
It's nothing. Dude's actually cool as hell. And I ended up telling him too, like, you know, I'm honest with people about it. Like, I told him, like, dude, like, I thought you were fucking talking shit about me. But I don't know, man. Just life's completely different, and I'm still and even being with my wife, I got to remind her sometimes too that this is actually my first real attempt at a sober relationship. You know, at 42 years old, I'm just now getting my first bank account.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of shit for the first time.
Yeah, very fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
You're trying to play catch up. I know the game.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I was 26 when I got sober, but I remember I was like, by 30, I gotta be caught up. Gotta be caught up.
Yeah.
Like rushing, hurrying, pushing hard, fast. Like, I remember it. I remember it well.
Yeah.
And it's a grind, dude. It's a grind because you
Yeah.
got to juggle recovery too. Can't get high.
Yeah, can't get high. Yeah, no, and it's. I never really used to care about my future. I never had feelings. I didn't really give a fuck how you felt like about me. If like, you know, I have a conscience now, and I worry about things, and I don't want. I've had a taste of a real life, and I want more. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose what I got, and I want more.
Dude, there's so much more. I promise.
Yeah.
There's so much more. I remember when I got my year coin, I was all fucking hot shit. Fucking got my year, and my sponsor was like, "You're early."
Mm.
And if I look back at Lewis at a year versus Lewis at 9, I'm a totally different human being. Like, it's just gotten better. It's only gotten better.
Yeah. Well, no, like at first it's like it was for me. It was like this is what I got fucking sober for. This fucking sucks, dude. This fucking sucks.
It does suck at first.
Yeah, dude. It's
You don't have shit.
You don't have shit. It's fucking. You're so far in debt, so far of a grind to get back on your feet. You keep getting hit with real life problems, and you can't get high to deal with it. You
Nope.
got to tackle it. And I mean, at least when problems hit, I'm clear-minded enough to sit down and be like, okay, this is how we're gonna deal with this. As long as you get it, like, no matter how fucked up shit gets, no matter how much debt you got, no matter how many people keep coming at you with all these different problems, like, as long as you're sober, as long as you're working, and as long as you keep a good head on your shoulders, like, everything will fall in place. That's what I'm trying to believe.
What would you say to somebody that was in your shoes or is currently in your shoes watching this? Because there are people that actively watch our channel.
Yeah.
And you admitted it yourself. You didn't think you were going to make it.
Nobody did.
So you're the perfect person to ask that question to. What would you say to that person?
Yeah, no, and I want everybody to know like this is the PG-13 like version of my stories. Like, there's so much more stuff out there that like I just can't talk about, and or don't want to incriminate myself or things like that. So, I mean, to anybody that's watching this, like, no matter how fucked up it is, like, there's still hope. You're still alive. There's still a way to fix it. No matter how many warrants you got, no matter how much debt you got, you can still fix it as long as you're alive and as long as you got some sort of fight in you and some kind of hope. Ultimately, nobody's going to do it for you.
No.
And you can't have it in your head that I'm going to go to rehab so that this woman will like me, or I'm going to go to rehab to make my mom happy, or I'm just doing this for my probation officer or whoever or whatever, because that's still an addict mentality. You're manipulating. You have to want it for yourself, or it's never going to work. You have to have whatever spark that's inside of you that finally tells you, like, I've had enough. It don't matter how old you are either. And it's just the same as drugs. Like, drugs don't care how old you are or who you are or what you do for a living or how much money you got or any of that.
Doesn't discriminate.
No, it doesn't discriminate. No, neither does sobriety at all.
I've never heard anybody say that, but that's a hell of a line. I'm stealing it from you.
Trademark it, patent it.
I'm stealing that shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
no.
I am, for what it's worth, I'm proud of you.
No, I appreciate it.
Seriously, I mean that. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. No, like, I'm glad you said that too. Like, the feeling I had when I walked into CBCF and I made eye contact with you and you were working there that time, and I was not, yeah, dude. I mean, complete 180. I was the biggest scumbag piece of shit. I'd come in your house, smile on your face, and act like your best friend and steal everything you had, and you wouldn't even know it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, my friend.
No, but
Thank you.
life is good, man.
Dude, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I think that people will get a lot out of this, and you're probably going to help a lot of people. So thanks.
I was nervous and scared as hell to do this.
No, you did great. You did great.
I'm not the type to talk in front of people, man, but
just a couple cameras and me. That's it.
And a thing right in your face.
Yeah, and a thing right in your face.
No, yeah, I appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That's it.